New releases from Nezumi. This is the Aviera automatic GMT, and this is the 3rd gen, I think. This is the AA3. I could be getting that wrong. I'll put a link in the description down below. I think they told me I could release this on July 7th. So hopefully you're watching this on July 7th or shortly after. Anyway, that's just a snapshot in time. But they've did some changes. I would consider them upgrades. And also some different colorways. This being one of them. They have a full Lume dial, and of course they have a brushed case model as well. This one is DLC in kind of a matte or satin black, and it looks really good with that green and that kind of off-white or cream tone to it. And the box matches really well. Their packaging has always been, I would say minimalist, but like really good minimalist, if that makes sense. Like the box matches the watch, and then it has very nice, simple, as far as the space that it takes up. It's not overly packaged, so very good packaging for sure. Let's get into this watch though. It is a 40mm case, and then if you look, one of the changes they did is they inset that bezel a little bit. That bezel's 39, kind of gives it a more tapered look to it, so it will go underneath the cuff a little bit better and all that. So 40mm case, the lug-to-lug 47, and of course you have your Lyre lugs, one of the brands that offer that without a massive price increase over like say Omega or something. And then thickness, we have 13mm, but you can see you have that boxed sapphire crystal, and then you have a 20mm lug opening, and then a 7mm signed and screw down crown, keeping the 200-meter water resist. That is right. And then this rubber strap does taper a little bit pretty quickly after it leaves the watch, and then has that final flare in at the bottom on the 6 o'clock side. This is very supple and easy to move and everything, so it is going to be super comfortable on wrist. The milled case back or oil pressed or whatever it is very smooth. There's no sharp edges, no hot spots there. So that's also really nice. Matching buckle and tang. And then of course we have 2 floating keepers. The movement inside, they changed that. When they first came out with this, they were using the Seiko NH34. Now we're using the 4 Hertz and the 9075 from Miyota. So it has that quick set hour. And then because it's a no date, you don't have to worry about that. That's one of my biggest gripes with the quick set hours, whether it's forward or backward in these aka Travelers GMT, is that you have to use that to set the date. Well, the date is absent on this one, so problem solved. I like that. That works for me. These are assembled in Germany with, obviously sourced parts. And you can see right down there, this is self-winding. And then we have the brand name, we have those tones, and then you can see Nezumi, and it says Stockholm. So nice green colorway, some reflections off that crystal. That's done intentionally to kind of give it more of that vintage vibe. And then of course that really nice rubber strap. Let's pop it on my 7 1/4 inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. And like I said, I think with this release, there's 3 offerings. There's this one, which is pretty cool with its green and black colorway, and then there's that fully brushed case, and then there's a full Lume dial one as well. So check it out. If there's one that interests you, I think now would be the time to get it, because they've really dialed it in. They kind of have it perfected, I think, for the offering. It's good to go with the 9075, so it has that Travelers GMT without the date. So that's really cool. And then you have great Lume, whether you get the full Lume dial or you get one of these models where they're just lumed accents against that black dial in this case. Let's turn off the studio lights and check out the Lume on this thing. You have that skeletonized GMT hand that is also lumed. So we have 2 different color Lume application. Of course, we have BGW9 or some formula of that, and then some sort of formula of C3 Superluminova. And you can see we have the almost entire seconds hand, the skeletonized GMT hand, all the Arabics and hour markers, as well as the 24-hour markers on the fixed bezel. So well done, Nezumi. I applaud you. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next vid.